Okay. Hi guys.
Hi. Hi everybody.
Okay, we'll wait to see. Actually, where we are at the moment is at the Logan City Hub, and this is where we normally have our SkyWay investment meetings, invest group meetings. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start doing a bit of a demonstration for you. So I'll introduce you to who's going to be holding the camera. Abby's going to be holding the camera. And then we've got these lovely panel of people here as well. So they're going to ask me questions. And I'm going to endeavour to ask them. But guys, this is going to be interactive. Kia ora Bella, hi Ewan, Steve Hawkins. Okay, so Abby will say hi to everyone as they come on. So we know who's on. So just let us know. And then what we're going to do, guys, is we are going to start. Actually, you guys can introduce yourselves as quickly.
Hi, Tony O'Neill. I'm from Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, and I'm a consultant with SkyWay Invest Group.
Hi, I'm Gillian, and Rita, working with Rita. I'm a partner. Lovely to meet all of you and say good morning or good evening in the US.
Hi, my name's Ian Birch. I'm from Brisbane. I'm a manager with the SkyWay Group.
Hi, I'm Chris Caspar. I'm from Brisbane. I'm also a manager of SkyWay and SWIC.
Okay, great. So thanks guys for coming. So today what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at what we call the power of the network. Because a lot of us as SkyWay Invest Group partners, we've purchased our education package, and we know in future we're looking forward to getting some dividends. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start, hang on a second, I'm going to start by, every number here is going to represent a year. So we're going to go for 20 years. So get out your pens, get out your papers, get out your calculator, which you will need. But what I'm going to do is we are looking at years and dividends. And we're going to start the first year with $100,000 worth of dividends. So this could be a reality for us in a few years' time. I'm not going to tell you how much of a package that you need to purchase. Whoever shares this video with you, you can ask them. But we're going to start at $100,000 per year as a dividend. And I can pretty much tell you everyone in this room is going to get, would you agree? And anyone online, if you're online and you know that you're going to expect about this much in the first year of dividends, can you please write, I'm set? Okay, so before we get started, so what I'm going to do is get your pen and paper out and start with 100,000, and on your calculator write 100,000 plus 10%, because every year we want to increase this number by 10%. So the next year it should be 110,000. Okay, so while we're doing that, Abby's going to turn around and Tony is going to read the disclaimer for us. I'm going to just turn the light off.
Okay, so just quickly covering the compliance disclaimer. SkyWay Invest Group, we're not registered brokers or advisors, so please consider any information offered here as recommendation or personal advice. All business opportunities come with risks, so please be responsible for your own results. Figures offered here are for illustrative purposes only, and as I said, we do not offer financial advice. Please do your own due diligence. And of course, you're welcome to seek confirmation from a licensed accountant or financial advisor for compliance in your country.
Okay, great, thanks. I'm going to turn the light back on. So guys, you're online now. Can you let me know if you've all done your 20 years yet? I know that was pretty fast, but just have a look. And because we will go forward once you have your 20 years up. So as you can see, what I've done is I've just, for example, I'm on year 5 now. I've got 146,410, and I just go plus 10% equals, right? So now I've got 161,051 plus 10% equals. So the next year I'll have 177,156. Okay, so can I get one of you, mate, Tony, can you finish the rest up to year 20? And what I'll do is, what we're doing here is when you start the dividends at $100,000 a year, we're increasing it by 10%, because, and that's a conservative number because we know that they're going to build SkyWay all over the world. So when you look at this number, this is year 1, year 2 is not just an increase, it's not added on to that. You can spend this whole amount here and your dividends for year 2 will be 110,000. Does that make sense? Can I get some feedback? Can you say yes if you understand that? If you don't understand it, say no. So you can spend all this money in year 2 and then in year 3 you'll get 121,000. Does that make sense? We getting any feedback?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're saying it makes sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so 177,156 plus 10% equals, is that what you've got, Tony? 194,871. And then we do it again, plus 10% equals, now we're on year 9, we've got 214,358 passive income. This is if you don't sell the ownership that you have in SkyWay Technologies, you can expect dividends such as these and to increase every year. So we're going to do the 10th year, and it's 235,794. Okay, so let's have a look at this side now. And Tony, if you want, can you finish from year 11 to year 20, thanks? So what we're going to do for the purposes of, because these are all dividends that are given to us from SkyWay Technology. So the technology is, Abby, if you want to turn around and look at that sign there, the technology is this here, guys. It's the high speed, it's the SkyWay Freight, the Unibus, the Unibike. They've got a whole lot of other products as well. They've got the drone, they've got SkyWay Linear Cities. We've got Linear Cities on this next one here. So these are some of the products that we are going to get dividends from with SkyWay. So that is if you do nothing, you get these kinds of dividends. And so what we want to do is show you the power of the network. So we're going to look at these offers here, and we're going to put an offer in every 3 years. So let's say we're on year 1, year 2, year 3. So I'm going to put an asterisk here, and this is where we're going to give our partners another offer. Now the offer could be, for example, that we're going to fund the linear cities, right? So if we fund the linear cities, and let's say, for example, you have 100 people in your team and you've personally sponsored them. In SkyWay Invest Group, you get an 8% commission if you personally sponsor people. So let's say you have 100, right? In year 3, let's say, for example, people come on board in that year for $10,000 investment. They purchase a 10,000 EIP and they come in with that much. Ask yourself first, how am I going to get these 100 people to actually buy into this? Well, the thing is, if you are enjoying dividends in this first year of $100,000 and you are showing people that you've made it, because some people will join you, some people won't. some people want to wait to see if you've got the success. So when they see that you have the success from year one, you've got $100,000, you're enjoying passive income, you don't go to work anymore, you're flying to China one week, you're flying to Argentina the next, you're building water wells in Africa, your lifestyle is your own. By the third year, when we get another offer, these people, your family, your friends will come on board with you. So what happens? They come in with $10,000 investment, right? How did they do that? Today, how much, guys, is a $100 EIP package? How many?
2,800.
2,800? 2,700?
Oh, 700, yeah.
Okay, so what we're saying there is right now a package, an education package with SkyWay Invest Group that costs $100 US will give you 2,700 bonus pre-IPO shares. Okay, now when these pre-IPO shares are worth around about $100 each, that portfolio is going to be worth what? Who can do the math? $270,000, right? So, do you think if someone has a portfolio and they've only come in with $100, they've got a bonus in the education pack of 2,700 pre-IPO shares, and now they have a portfolio worth 270,000. Do you think that they can liquidate, which means sell off, liquidate and get $10,000 from this 270,000? Would that be?
Shouldn't be a problem.
That shouldn't be a problem, right? So now we have people that are coming in with 10,000 in year 3. They're coming in with 10K. How many people have we got? 100. We've got 100. So 10K times 100 people. Can someone do the math on that? Right. So what you've done there is you've generated 1 million in revenue for the project, whatever it is, and you get 8% of a million.
80,000.
Okay, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 8%. It's 80,000. So in year 3, your commission from SkyWay Invest Group is $80,000. Your dividends from Dr. Anatolian's SkyWay Technology is 121K. You see how this is starting to get closer to what you would have if you were just an investor. Now let's go into year 6, because here on the board we want to have an offer every 3 years. Okay, so now we're into year 6 and we're going to fund a project. Anyone got an idea of what project we could fund? We did linear cities, maybe the soil, maybe the ecology, you know, and then maybe we're funding something that doesn't belong specifically to Dr. Anatoly. But we give people another offer, right, in year 6. Now, for every 10K invested, just for the illustrative purposes, let's say that people get 1 million pre-IPO shares. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Because I know with SkyWay at the beginning in stage 1, I think it was $1,000 package was about 1 million pre-IPO shares. So let's just say that 10K will get you 1 million bonus pre-IPO shares. Now we're talking about this project here, right? They had 1 million. Now when that project is worth around about, let's just say $50 each, right? On the stock exchange, how much would you have in your portfolio?
50 million.
Okay, so now your portfolio is $50 million, and that is just from, Abby, the funding the SkyWay Linear Cities. This has got nothing to do with the first project where we funded the whole technology. So now you've got $50 million portfolio. How much would you liquidate and buy into this next project, which is maybe ecology?
200.
200 what?
K.
200K?
Yeah.
Would that be sufficient if you had a 50 million portfolio? Okay, these guys are saying that they would put in 200K as an investment. Now, if you times that By how many people do you have?
100.
You have 100 people. What do we come up with? 100 people.
2 million.
We're going to have to do the math on that. So guys, what we're looking at is 200, 5 zeros, 2 and 5 zeros,
20 million.
times the 100 people you have, $21 million. So now you have 21 million revenue, and from that you get how much percent commission?
8.
So times 8% equals. So now you get in this year here, you'll get $1.68 million in commission. Now you see how that is now 10 times what Dr. Anna Holy's company will give us as commissions. Because in year 6, starting off with that, you'll get $161,051 from SkyWay Technology, but from SkyWay Invest Group, all things going well, illustrative purposes only, you'll get 1.68 million. Now, one more, and have a look at what you're expected after 20 years. You get around about 600,000 in the 20th year. Now that is if you hold your pre-IPO, hold your shares, and you just wait on dividends. You can spend all this money here in year 13, and year 14 you'll get it again. Spend it all, you'll get it again. And you can pass these packages on to your children and your grandchildren, and they will enjoy these dividends as long as the company is around, which we know will be for hundreds of years. Okay, let's do one more example. Let's say we're going to start funding the HyperU, underwater travel. Okay, we're going into year 9. Now, how many did they buy? They bought $200,000 worth. And so how many pre-IPO shares did you get for 200K if every 10,000 was $1 million? For every 10,000, and you've got 20 of them there, it looks like it's 20 million.
20, yeah.
Okay, so now from this project here, you have 20 million pre-IPO shares. Let's say it's on the stock exchange at $50 after a year or two. Is that a fair amount?
Yeah.
So now we do 20 million, so that's a lot of zeros, guys. It's 20, 1, 2, 3,
1 billion.
1, 2, 3,
1 billion.
exactly. Times that by your 100 people.
100 billion.
So 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, times that by 100. What have you got?
1 billion.
Because my calculator ran out of space. So someone online tell us how much 20 million is.
far
Oh,
out.
sorry,
So
times
mine.
50. Sorry, 20.
Broke my calculator.
Okay, so times $50, it is 1 billion.
Yeah.
Okay, so you now have a portfolio of $1 billion. You started with this $100, right? But by year 9, you've got a portfolio with this of 1 billion. I'm not talking about whatever that's grown to. I'm not talking about whatever the first one was grown to. I'm just talking about this one here. So if you have a $1 billion portfolio, how much are you going to help chip in for the HyperU when it comes around?
500,000.
At least, yeah, it's at 1 billion, which is 1,000 millions.
A million.
A million.
Easy.
Let's say
Easy.
you're going to put in $1 million investment into that. How many people have we got?
100.
We've got 100 people.
100 million.
It comes to 100 million. Now with 100 million, how much percent do you get?
8.
8 million.
8 million.
8 million.
These guys are good. Times 8%. You now get, by year 9, an $8 million commission. And the people are growing. You might have started with 100 people here, but all these people are starting to follow you. Okay, everyone that you know, everyone that was skeptical, they're all on board, and your commissions are growing, your organisation is growing. How do you guys feel about that?
Yeah.
Does it make you want to go out and share it a little bit more? Okay, so
No
guys,
sleep tonight.
yeah. So look at this, guys, because 95%, 97% of our partners, they are happy to purchase a package and they are happy to enjoy what you see in the blue.
Yeah.
But if you knew that by these years that you would obliterate your income from SkyWay Technologies by building a network, you would do it. There are a lot of changes that you can make with this. Money isn't everything, we know, but this world needs a lot of repair, and unfortunately things cost money, you know, and so if you can, by adding wealth creation to other people, by sharing this massive opportunity with others, enrich other people's lives, then go and do it, guys, because you will get well rewarded for it. Does anyone want a closing statement before we let all these people go with their calculatars?
I just want to say thanks, Rita.
Thank
That's
you,
awesome.
Rita.
Yeah,
That
awesome.
was
It's exciting.
just
Exciting.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah. Okay, and thank you so much to Abby behind the camera.
You,
We'll
Abby.
probably come
Yes.
back again next week and blow you away with some more statistics, guys. But for now,
Wow.
we shall sign out. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Have a great Sunday.